Welcome to Goyo's Garden and Tie-Dyes. I'm Greg. Alright, today I will be doing my first tapestry. Not a tablecloth or a sheet, but a real tapestry. It has the little hooks for hanging on all four corners. It's a 58 by 90. And the video will be kind of fast today, even though it's like a almost 14-minute video. The whole time it took to fold and dye was 3+ hours. But I really wanted to show you my thought process through this. Like I said, as always, I had no set plan. Everything I do is on demand. I pull out a shirt or a sheet or what have you, look at it, and decide what I'm going to do right there. So you'll see my hands tapping on the table a few times, trying to figure out what to do. And the changing of the hemostats. I changed them out quite a few times, as you'll see. But like I said, I wanted you to see what comes out of my head. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. Yeah, the hemostats and tying of this was just over an hour. A little tapping of the thumbs. What to do. I've had this for a while now, but I just couldn't get myself to do it yet. Because it was like 19 something for this, so that's not too bad, but it's a little bit more than a $2 sheet or tablecloth from the secondhand store. All the other tapestries or sheets I have done no longer exist around here. They've all been taken by mostly friends and hanging in their homes. This one I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, sell it, or what. Being my first, I might just have to keep it. Yeah, see, I'm still trying to figure out the folds on this thing. It's pretty big and it's going to get awful thick. I would have really loved to have ran hemostats all the way up, but I don't have enough. I actually broke one. It was scrunched down and I pulled it off and I went to scrunch it again and the tip just broke off of it. Too much pressure, I guess. And I'm also going to wrap the tips of the other hemostats into that shrink tubing. I think it rips down much better and doesn't allow as much dye to go through it. And I kind of worked myself in a corner here. The hemostats on first sure made it a lot harder to tie up, especially closer to the hemostats. And look, no knife, just scissors. Yay, I finally did it. Although there still might be a couple videos ahead that the knife was used, but that's before. Yeah, and you can see how the light always constantly changes out here too. If I move, shadow goes over it, it changes the light to a yellowish tint. Or a cloud goes past the sun, it changes the whole lighting down here. But I still like my spot. Yeah, I definitely have to figure out something for the next time. I have a few ideas I'm running through my head, but was really difficult once the hemostats were on because of all the tension on them. And the hardest part was getting it on this rack. Alright, it's time to do some dye. So for the first color, we'll be using amethyst right at the tip, and that first hemostat kept wanting to pop off. That's how much tension that there is on there. And then I used hydrangea, and then lemon yellow. You'll see I have a little mirror there, and no, it's not my wife's compact mirror. It's just one that was laying around forever, and now I know why. I use it for the tie-dyes now, because I couldn't move everything because of the tension on the hemostats, so I had to keep putting the mirror down. And so the next one was was dragon fruit. Now it's Bahama blue. And yeah, I couldn't move it, so the mirror came in really handy. You can look at the dye coming out the bottom. That's why it took over 2 hours just to dye it. And the next color is glacier blue. Bunch of new ones on this one today. And we put on some teal blue. Now some alpine blue. Yeah, the hardest part was just waiting for the dye to go all the way through. I was just hoping. And next is lemon yellow again. And believe it or not, actually I had a little plan for this one. Was to blend the yellow in with the blue to get a different shade of green on both ends of the yellow. The only thing I had planned out on this whole thing that just came to me at the last minute. So I'm not sure how planned out that was. And robin's egg. Now it's getting easier to move around a little bit because I'm further away from the hemostats. And that's still robin's egg I'm applying on. Yeah, the tapestry though, I really love the cotton blend on this one. It's really nice. Right, the next color we'll be doing is seafoam. After I check everything with the mirror there, make sure it all went through. Yeah, it's a lot easier on the end here, so I can pick things up and try to put some dye on the bottom of it, squish it a little bit to try to let it go through. Yeah, the hardest part was the weight. Yeah, these little tips come in handy like that too. You can squish them way down in there. Find the little nooks and crannies. Yeah, it's a lot of material on the end of it here. Well, actually, these two sections with the sea foam, and after that I'll be doing the sea glass next. But yeah, they were real thick. And so now it's the sea glass. And once again, it was pretty windy out here again today. I'm glad I was doing the liquid dye and not the powder. I've kind of stopped doing the dry dye on the windy days. It's just too hard. Wants to blow on everything. All right, we're going back to the dragon's fruit. Yeah, I had to spritz it with a little water there. It started drying out on me. Dye wanted to roll off a little bit more. Yeah, just trying to make sure it goes all the way through. Now a little lemon yellow. And some baby blue. I'm liking the color now on it, now that I put in the right amount of dye. First time I did it, it was just too light, but I guess that makes the pastel colors. And a little bit of bright green on the end. And we're going to call that good. Finally. All right. Oh, here it is. Believe me, it's much brighter outside. The wind was blowing too hard to take a picture. I definitely have some ideas for next time. I'm really liking the center on this one. I think it just pops out. I had a strong start, but kind of a weak finish. Oh well. Thank you for watching. As always, if you liked it, please hit like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.